when lives are on the line.
Are there any obvious injuries?
These men and women will risk theirs
The lad who was driving got blood coming out of his face.
to save yours.
RTC trap.
They deal with the most serious injuries.
The patient is described as bleeding heavily.
Directly below his ear.
There's a lot of blood there.
The most critical illnesses.
The reports of a male who's in cardiac arrest, and without any action, the patient will die.
The two Yorkshire Air Ambulances cover Britain's biggest county.
He's fallen 30 foot from the roof.
Oh yeah.
He's got a big cut to his head.
5 million people rely on them
All right, sorry, sweetheart.
to deliver cutting-edge emergency medicine
We're just going to go to sleep. He's not looking particularly good.
at high speed.
If you can activate your major hemorrhage protocol.
Every day brings high stakes.
If you get a big artery, you can bleed out within a very short space of time.
Something's flown off and hit his arm. He's managed to get himself in the kitchen and then, well, pretty much passed out.
High risks.
Can you remember what's happened to you?
Lexi went in for a jump, gone over the horse's head, and I believe she's landed flat on the back.
And high drama.
I've got the job visual, loads of blue lights.
So if we just swivel him, see if he can stand.
He's got the imprint of the Mercedes badge indented onto his tummy.
The news at 1. There are fears today for 100 properties in and around Snaith on the River Aire as floodwater continues to rise in the area.
A large swathe of Yorkshire is underwater, and dozens of communities and hundreds of people are cut off by the worst floods in living memory.
Well, we're going to be an normal takeoff, and then we're going to disappear off towards the east. 2-1 for start.
It's at times like this the air ambulance is invaluable. And in one stranded village, a man has been seriously injured in an accident with an angle grinder.
Okay, getting to 150. About 200 feet, I'll go for it.
New Chief Pilot Owen is flying paramedics Rachel and Andy to the remote village of Hensel.
Whereabouts are we going to?
Out towards Goole.
Goal.
It's really flooded, sir.
Okay, copy.
Road ambulances face making a massive diversion to reach the patient. But the autopilot will take the team straight there.
Right, that's in the box.
Oh, look at you, take you out. Okay, quick. Now I can do my jazz hands.
On board today is flying Dr. Dave. He knows all too well how serious these injuries can be.
You can bleed out, if you get a big artery, you can bleed out within a very short space of time. So it's really important to apply pressure onto it. Sort of the big vessels higher up in the arm or in the legs, they're the ones that can easily bleed to death from within, a matter of seconds if you're very unlucky.
The rivers Aire and Derwent have burst their banks, marooning thousands of families in the villages around Goole.
Well, the way the patient is it's very low lying, so a lot of the roads are obviously flooded, so land crews may not be able to use a direct road route to it, so they often have to detour around and take a lot longer to get to scene. So we can obviously fly over, get there much quicker.
The team are on final approach.
All we're really looking for then, for you guys, is access or exit from that field.
Yep.
Got some kind of typhoon wires going to that building, but nothing in the field we're going to. It's massive. Right, that's us committed now. 1 skid, 2 skids, minute 3, 1 for landing.
Yep, happy.
Come clip in. Happy, yep.
The team's being met by the patient's stepdaughter.
What's his name? Stephen. So he's gone through his arm with an angle grinder.
Something he said, something shattered on the angle grinder.
Right.
And it broke off and it's gone through.
So the piece that kit broke off went through his arm.
Yes.
And it's actually from the angle grinder, so it sounds like the blade of it or something.
The man was cutting some steel when it happened.
Where did he do it then?
Just on the drive.
On drive, okay.
68-year-old Steve Firth is barely conscious.
What's his name?
Stephen.
Stephen? How are we doing, fella?
He's lost a lot of blood. There's no time to waste.
So basically what's happened to Stephen is he's been using an angle grinder. Yeah. Someone snapped off the angle grinder and obviously gone into his arm. And they've got him in here. They've cleaned up most of the blood.
Dr. Dave needs to know how much he's lost.
Let's get a blast dressing out. Yeah. So
All right, fella. Don't worry. All right, Stephen.
It looks like the wheel of the grinder broke, scattering jagged fragments.
Something's flown off it and hit his arm. He's managed to get himself in the kitchen and then, well, pretty much passed out. Drip white, can't really move his arm much.
It caused a big wound in his forearm.
All right, Stephen, you all right? You okay, mate?
So that looks like gone through soft tissue.
Yeah. Tendon.
No, I think
that's
no.
required.
Just move your fingers. Open them, open, close. Move your wrist from side to side. Side to side. That's it. Okay, it's going to sting a little bit. It'll bleed a little bit. Yeah, we'll just put this on.
The team are relieved. The cut is deep, but it hasn't pierced an artery as they feared.
Stephen, can you just hold your arm up there for us? That's it. How are you feeling? Rough, I'm not surprised, mate.
His blood pressure reading is critical.
No, it's going to do your blood pressure, all right?
But his readings are reassuringly normal.
Bit of pain relief going in, okay?
With the village cut off, it's been a traumatic experience for Steve's family.
Just trying to get somebody here as quick as possible. With everything going on in Snaith with the floods and everything, it was trying to, where's an ambulance going to come from? How quick is it going to get here? So it was just a bit of panic when, you know, he's got his head down on the kitchen table and there's blood everywhere and he's not really saying much.
The floods mean getting Steve to the helicopter will be tricky and painful. He's well enough to go to hospital by road in the ambulance that has now reached his home.
We've all got a fatty layer, then you've got like muscle layer, so it looks like, you know, you've got the movement there, so I don't think you've gone through muscle, which is lucky, so I think you've been very fortunate.
It appears their patients had a lucky escape.
5 morphine, paracetamol, some ondansetron.
Andy will listen to the call. It sounded like there was some spurting, which would suggest arterial. When we've arrived, he's been sort of slumped over the table. Reports of him being pale. He didn't look really pale or clammy, to be honest with you, and he had a good radial pulse, which is always a good sign. So he's going to need just to go have some treatment. He's probably gone through some tendons, muscle, soft tissue, but we need a proper look in at hospital and basically go by ambulance.
Steve may need surgery to repair tendon damage.
How's it pain-wise? Is it still sore?
Yeah, it's sore. Just doing this.
I'll get some more pain relief if you want.
To be honest with you, I'm glad we're not on maps at the moment because I won't recognise the area. It's just one massive lake. It's just caused chaos, and particularly for the land crews having to go a long way around to get to hospitals and get to locations just purely because some of the roads are blocked off. So yeah, it can be a bit problematic, but these guys know what they're doing, so they'll have them to hospital in no time.
All the very best. All right, take care. Yeah.
Until the waters subside, the team will be on standby for more emergencies in the flood zone. It's a new day, and another type of severe weather is affecting Yorkshire. Snow is blanketing the hills, and more is on the way, making life harder for the air ambulance pilots.
Happy? Okay, we'll lift, and I'll basically go straight ahead with a slight northerly wind.
It's yet to start falling at RAF Topcliffe, but the team are heading into the freeze.
So 101, 2 good engines, pulling just under 5.5 blues.
Harry is flying paramedics Tony and Daz to a riding accident near Scarborough. Several showers lie ahead.
They're isolated enough for me to pick my way through them. So yeah, I'll get you to James Cook, that's no bother.
And I imagine we'll definitely have to take a parent as well, because he's 12-year-old.
Yeah, that's fine.
AS99, we have lifted and routed towards Snape.
Falling snow can stick to cold metal and add to the weight of the helicopter. In extreme cases, it can cause crashes.
We're off to a young lady that's fallen off a horse in an arena. I think the information said that the horse has stopped at a jump and has thrown the rider off over the top. We've got a local DCA crew on scene and we're probably only sort of 10 miles from Scarborough. But because of the nature of the injuries, they think that this young lady might have damaged her neck quite high up, so in the C-spine area. So ideally she needs to go to James Cook.
I'm going to just reduce our speed quite considerably because I don't really want to go into it a maxi chat. Keep the height down as well.
In the cockpit, Harry's working hard avoiding the snow.
In fact, I don't even want to go to that at all. I can't see bugger all in there.
it's about to chase us away. Okay.
They're being forced to steer round the showers.
Right then, which way round do we go to get past it? Do we go south or north? If I can get it to the low ground, I'll stand a better chance of getting through it.
They're hugging the ground, avoiding entering the freezing clouds above.
It's coming up on the nose now, so I think the arena, you can see it, there's a large barn just to the right of the nose now. Okay, all those fields, paddocks there, are clear of horses.
As you look at, there's 3 fields the same size.
Yeah.
The middle one of those is the gate in the right corner of it.
Yeah, if you're happy with that, mate, that'll work for me.
That's quite sensible, probably.
Yep, cool.
Harry needs to make sure he avoids the skids freezing to the ground.
Sure, I'm just going to come back a little bit, Tony, just for the sake of not bogging the aircraft down, because there's a couple of bits there that look quite wet.
Looks quite wet, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've got a patch here that looks a bit drier. We're in lever gently.
Head S99, landed 6.
Okay, lever's fully down, you clear to one strap.
The patient's on board the ambulance, inside the riding arena. Daz is going to look after their patient.
Hiya, my name's Darren, okay? One of the paramedics with the helicopter. How are you feeling?
Alexia is just 12 years old.
Can you remember what's happened to you?
Not really.
Just want to concentrate on your breathing.
She was training in the arena when she took a very heavy tumble. Her dad saw it happen.
Alexia went in for a jump. The horse anchored to some extent, and Alexia's gone over the horse's head, and I believe she's landed flat on the back.
James Cook, are you happy if I contact them and see if we can make our way up there? Over?
Yeah, we're still good for James Cook, haven't we?
She needs a specialist hospital that can handle spinal injuries. Middlesbrough is the only one that is reachable.
Hello, it's Darren, one of the paramedics with Helimen 99. It's going to be about 30 minutes, just depending on weather.
It's a flight that should take 20 minutes on a good day.
Alexia, okay, just pop me into a bag now, okay? We'll put a little blanket on your tummy that should hopefully warm you up a little bit. Any problems, you just let me know, Alexia, okay? In flight. You feeling okay at the minute?
Alexia has been strapped to a spinal stretcher.
All right, Lou.
It's feared she may have broken her back.
Okay, so right round the back. Just when we get round the back, if you're a little bit taller, just watch your heads on that tail wing. Okay, guys, if you all turn yourselves around, grab the strap with your other hand, and she goes on head first.
It's -3, and she's been strapped inside a thermal bag with a heated blanket.
Again, just watch your heads on the tail wing there, and just raise her up a little bit higher. It's just a case of sliding forward.
Alexia is complaining of numbness and tingling.
She's got some altered neurology, i.e. pins and needles down sort of one side, which can be suggestive that she's sort of got a spinal cord injury or some pressure that's been applied to it due to swelling. So in lieu of that, she does need to go to a major trauma centre. So at the minute, the main thing is just to give a nice smooth flight, get to the trauma centre as soon as we can, then she can have the relevant sort of x-rays or scans just to see if she's done any damage.
Her family is concerned. Her granddad will be able to accompany her on her flight.
Alexia, your granddad's going to be sat here next to you. Okay. What's that?
I'm so scared.
No, don't be scared, Alexia, that's fine. Your granddad's here with you and I'm here with you all the way.
I'll lift to the hover. We're pretty much into wind now, so it'll just be a heavy departure from here. We've got clear skies above us at the moment, so no immediate danger of flying straight to weather. Okay, everyone happy? Yep. Okay, clear left. Sure.
This is not going to be a straightforward flight. Harry is heading east to follow the coast up to Teesside.
Mike, play it safe and go straight to the sea cut, actually, Tony, looking at it.
Okay, mate.
We will squeeze through this gap. You can see the high ground over Ravenscale way there already, but there's no point in getting squeezed into a little tiny letterbox gap. You happy with temperature, Daz?
Yeah, it's good in the back, mate. I think she's warming up. She's settled down nicely, so...
Cool.
Flying in conditions like this is hard work for the crew up front.
One mast on the top itself.
Okay. Yeah, just got the big
chimneys themselves, yeah. I bet it. This has just opened up again, hasn't it?
Obviously, we have had to route to the coast, just nipping round these isolated showers. We're now being Redcar and routing in towards James Cook.
Roger, thanks for the update.
At last, they're on final approach to the regional trauma centre.
There's no
He's down. Cletus dropping here, which does.
Cheers, mate.
Just open your eyes. You can wake up a bit. Hello.
Alexia is much more comfortable.
How's that pain now? I think you've had a little sleep on the way up here, haven't you? Yeah. Has that pain eased off a bit now? Are you warmed up? Yeah. Okay. So we've sorted one thing out. You're nice and warm. See if we can get your pain sorted out in hospital.
She's heading straight into resus.
Okay, guys, on move. Ready, set, move.
Then scans and x-rays.
Here we go. Oh, brother.
Her symptoms could be the sign of a life-changing injury. Alexia's granddad is worried.
So Alexia is essentially she's a novice horse rider. She's 12 years old.
The hospital trauma team are taking over her care.
At about 12:01 today, she's fallen off a horse whilst trying to jump a fence. So the horse refused to jump. She's gone over the top, landed query on her sort of left side and head.
The helicopter must return to base before the weather gets worse. This will be a long night for Alexia and her family. Back in East Yorkshire, another of the team's patients is recovering from an accident that could have killed him. Doctors discovered Steve came within millimetres of severing a major blood vessel when the blade of his angle grinder shattered.
When the disc hit my bone, it was just a thud, and then I just took one look at it and thought, I'm in serious trouble here. If it had hit me other side of my arm, you know, I'd have probably bled to death. If it hadn't have hit my arm, it could have run straight up my face. And that could be a different scenario again. At the end of the day, I could have had an horrific injury. This was bad enough.
It was a very lucky escape. Floodwaters blocking local roads meant that only the helicopter could have reached him in time had he suffered major blood loss.
I'm so grateful because they must have understood that the place was full of water and obviously the ambulance couldn't get through. So somebody deployed the air ambulance, which were fantastic. But luckily, or unluckily, I didn't have a ride in it. The ambulance got through and took me down to Doncaster Royal.
Steve's still planning to use his grinder, but he will be more careful in future. Now he's seen how dangerous they can be.
They washed it out, cleaned it out, and they stapled it together, and I've sort of never looked back. And all the doctor was concerned about was he said, it's going to scar, but 68-year-old, I don't think that really bothers me, and that's what I explained to him.
In the hills, snow is bringing travel chaos to Yorkshire's roads. Several inches fell overnight, and at the Topcliffe Air Base, the crew of Helimed 98 are about to head off into the blizzards.
Let's get some checks out of the way.
Pilot Andy is flying paramedic Sam and Kit to an army garrison.
Okay, let's go flying. All right, in the back. Pleasure. Okay.
Their destination is Married Quarters in the military town of Catterick.
We've been called to a job in North Yorkshire for a patient having a stroke. The crew on scene have requested us to transport the patient to the stroke centre. So a stroke's a time-critical medical emergency that goes to a specialist hospital, which is quite a distance from where this patient lives. There's been a lot of snow overnight and there's quite slippery road conditions as well, which is obviously affecting road transport times.
It's an especially urgent case.
It's really important if a patient gets these symptoms that they call an ambulance straight away. The sooner that we can take the patient to the specialist centre and get that blood supply restored, the sooner the symptoms hopefully resolve and the patient will obviously feel better afterwards.
More wintry weather is on the way.
The weather's been really bad. We've had a lot of snow coming in from the east, which has given us sort of powder type snow, but it's been particularly heavy over the last sort of 24 hours, and it's brought a lot of parts of the region to a standstill. It's slightly clearing this afternoon, but the road conditions are still very hazardous for people, which is causing a lot of problems moving around the region.
It's showing like it's up there on the right.
Yeah, that fits with the plot on the C3 on the map.
Okay. So out here on the right somewhere.
Ambulance visual below.
Oh, there you go.
Got someone marshalling by the looks of things as well.
This landing will challenge Andy.
There it is. I know, your head seat, very flat.
As soon as the downwash hits the ground, snow will be blown into the air.
There's small wire stanchions. It looks like that area is clear. Yeah. And everything else is good. Any questions?
It will temporarily blind the crew.
Obviously, with a blanket of snow, you can't always see every hazard, so just keep your eyes skinned.
Okay.
I'm presuming this was an ordinary grass pit patch.
It looks it, doesn't it? People have walked over it, so it looks stable.
Agreed. Because that would be awful if it was a big pond.
Embarrassing.
Andy will try to keep his speed up, in the hope he can leave his own blizzard behind.
Over the houses, clear left.
Okay, clear ahead.
But in the end, he must use his skill to feel for the ground.
Okay, just going to hold it there. Okay, left?
Yep,
I hope
you're
so,
okay,
because
left.
I think we're pretty much down
There you go.
That is white out for you. Not nice, is it?
The team are heading out to join a ground crew who've called for help.
Hey, you're right.
We're a 36-year-old female, fast test positive, previous stroke 4 years ago.
No worries.
Lynette Thomas is very young to suffer a stroke, but this is her second.
Hi, Lynette.
She's got left-sided weakness, left-sided vertical droop. Previous history, similar thing happened 4 years ago. She wasn't left with any deficit whatsoever.
Right, okay. So was it definitely a stroke, not a TIA 4 years ago?
It was a stroke, yeah.
Hi Lynette, my name's Sam, I'm one of the paramedics. How are you feeling at the moment?
Not great.
Not great.
Feeling great.
Lynette has two of the classic symptoms of a stroke: facial droop and difficulty speaking.
Have you had any headaches or anything like that, Lynette?
She's had nothing before the event, but she's now complaining of a little bit of temple pain.
At 36, Lynette's age makes this a very unusual case, but strokes can cause devastating damage to the brain.
Sure, these guys have done a stroke test, but I just want to do it again just to see if anything's changing. Is that all right? Can you give me a big smile, Lynette? Just show us your teeth, give us a cheesy grin. Okay, that's fine.
There's little doubt this is another stroke. A clot is blocking blood flow to part of Lynette's brain.
Have you got any pain apart from your head? No. I'm just going to pick this arm up if that's all right. Can you squeeze my fingers as hard as you can? So what we're going to do is we're going to lay you down. I'm going to put you on a plastic board, okay, just while we get you on the aircraft. Are you happy for us to fly you up to James Cook?
Yeah.
Because I think the roads are a bit of a nightmare today, and it'll be the quickest way of getting you there, okay?
Lynette's soldier husband James recognised the symptoms straight away.
I just literally walked in through the door of coming home from work. I got the afternoon off, went to pass her a bottle of Pepsi because I just come from the shop, and she'd missed her arm. As soon as I looked at her face, I noticed instantly the face had dropped. She was slurring her words to me, and it set off alarm bells because it's the second one she's had. So she managed to recover quite well from it, but it's the fact that she's had another one that's more shocking and scary.
If they're to limit the damage the stroke has caused to Lynette's brain, time is of the essence.
How long ago did you speak to James Cook?
It'd be about 20 minutes ago.
Was it the ward you spoke to directly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the stroke ward, yeah.
All right, Lynette, we'll wheel you outside and we'll get you on the aircraft, okay? Lynette's got complete paralysis to the left side, slurred speech, which are all stroke symptoms and quite significant. So we need to get her to the stroke unit so they can obviously treat her as soon as possible. She's also had a history of stroke in the last 4 years as well, which is quite unusual given that she's actually quite young for these symptoms, which is also obviously quite concerning to us.
Lynette is being taken to the stroke unit in Middlesbrough.
Keep you nice and steady.
But takeoff will be just as difficult as landing for Andy.
Snow landings are always a very challenging thing for a helicopter pilot to do, not least because you can't see the underlying surface. Everything looks flat and quite sensible to land on. As you're about to land, there's a huge amount of snow that's blown up by the blades and essentially causes whiteout conditions, and it's very difficult for you to actually see the surface you're landing on and to get any visual references and to know that you're not moving sideways in the hover. On this occasion, I came to a sort of a high hover, blew some of the snow away, and then just gently lowered the lever, and sure enough, we found ourselves fairly safe on the ground, able to get the casualty on the aircraft.
With their patient now carefully loaded, they are ready for takeoff.
I think they'll come straight up from here. I reckon we'll get another lot of research when we get going. All good at the back? Yeah. These kids have got it. I bet they think that's the best thing ever.
Andy's speedy departure means he can see again much more quickly.
Look at these white posts.
Oh, yeah,
quite a hazard, don't they?
The team's patient is showing no signs of improvement. She needs drug therapy.
Not a lot's changed with Lynette. She's still got the symptoms of the stroke. She's still got left-sided weakness.
complete paralysis on that left side, so she's not able to move her arm up or squeeze my hand at all. She's got no strength, which is not a good sign, if I'm honest. So it's important to get her to the stroke centre, and they can decide what they're going to do in terms of management. The main changes for us are obviously if somebody was to become less conscious, less awake, if they were to lose the ability to maintain their airway and not be able to swallow, things like that we need to keep an eye on and make sure they don't deteriorate.
Snow and ice mean this journey by road might have taken an hour. Lynette is approaching the hospital less than 10 minutes after takeoff.
Oh, it's a bit further, it's just over there, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I've got it now.
Lynette's heading for the stroke unit of the hospital. In the next hour, it's hoped she'll be given thrombolysis, drug therapy to dissolve the clot.
No, it landed at James Cook.
The stroke may leave her with a lasting disability. It's the evening rush hour, and Yorkshire's commuters are heading home.
We'll see if we can get to Beverley area.
Helimed 98 is travelling east to the outskirts of Hull. Paramedic Kit is on shift tonight with Dr. Dave.
This is a two-car road traffic collision. One car is quite sophisticated, and in the collision it automatically sends off a signal to a centre that identifies that a crash has occurred. It's getting dark, it's misty out there, so it's hard visibility, wet roads, slippery. But we're quite concerned about the person who's in and out of consciousness.
The cold weather could also spell trouble for the patient.
If they've got major injuries, it exacerbates the bleeding effect from those injuries. So it's not great being in the elements. It's dark and dingy and quite scary if you're on your own as well.
And it looks like the visibility is worsening.
Oh, were you going to get there? You can see, what's that? Town over there, that must be 10 miles away. That's Beverley. So we can see Beverley.
It's just a
just
low,
to the side of Beverley.
It's just a low cloud bank.
But just when the team need a break in the weather, they get one.
I've got the job visual, loads of blue lights.
Got it, yeah.
Pilot Gary's touching down in a field next to a country road, but it's crossed by power lines.
We've got those that just run across. I think they come across the road there and into this field at the top, but we'll be well clear. No, it landed. Open doors, Dave. Yes, man.
They'll have to walk from here.
Sometimes the challenge is just find a landing spot that's accessible for us to get out of the field or wherever to get to the casualty. So we've had to go into the farm's field, we've had to see which hedgerow we can get through. We know there's lots of light here because there's lots of fire and rescue crews, so we don't need any bigger torches.
Firefighters and local paramedics have been working to free the victims from two cars.
So we've got the lady who's just been scooped onto that stretcher. She got out of the vehicle, walked around the back, but she's got a very small head injury. She's fine. The gentleman in the car, he appears to have suffered some type of abdominal steering wheel. He's got a Mercedes badge on his tummy.
Oh, really?
With some blood loss, not quite sure where exactly.
The two cars hit almost head-on. The team are going to examine retired engineer Pete Smith, the driver of the Merc.
There's no neck or back pain. I think he's a fairly big fella, so if we just swivel him, see if he can stand. His numbers are all alright. We'll splint his leg and get him out that way.
Their patient was protected by his car's sophisticated safety system, which even dialed 999 for him. But he was still left with a suspected broken leg.
Just let go.
Firefighters are helping Pete onto a stretcher. His wife Yvonne escaped with minor injuries, but fainted, and is now in the care of another ambulance crew.
Have you got all your straps on your side?
Has got what?
Have you all your straps on?
Yeah, they're on.
It
was.
Okay. Let's just go to. Let's go back. Let's get to DCM and have a quick look at him. Cool.
It's time to assess Pete's injuries in a warm ambulance.
Okay, my name's Dr. Driver. Okay.
Hiya.
I'm one of the helicopter docs and A&E consultant.
You call Pete?
No. Any pain when I press on your chest?
No.
No. Any pain when I squeeze your chest?
No.
Are you sure? Take a deep breath in and out.
So.
That's good. We're going to pop some things on.
That's a Mercedes.
Ah, my goodness me. How do you get that?
Pete's car has given him an unusual injury.
That was off the steering wheel, I think.
Well, that's probably. Was it airbag deployment?
Yes.
He's got abdo and leg injuries. What's more worrying at the moment is that although it's quite stable, he's got the imprint of the Mercedes badge from the steering wheel indented onto his tummy.
So the crew just have a look at that in the back of the ambulance.
Oh, just you've got a burn from here from the bear bag, or if you've impacted into the steering wheel. So I think you'll need to go nearest here is...
Yeah, we'll bob in there 15-20 minutes.
It's clear Pete's injuries are not critical, and on a night like this, flying him 15 miles to hospital is an unnecessary risk.
He's taken a big impact to his abdomen. He's quite sore in his tummy as well, so, and the worry is has he got some bleeding from there. Loads of people are on blood thinners and he's on some blood thinning medication. They serve a good purpose for why patients take them, but equally when people have injuries it's really hard to reverse them.
Pete's abdomen may now bear a scar in the shape of the famous Mercedes three-pointed star for the rest of his life. For the team, it's time to return to base.
Right, let's get out of it.
For most of Britain's 20 million cyclists, this is a fair weather passion. But for a hardy few, winter weather is no problem, until they come off.
Lifting. 145, just listen north. We're outbound to a site just to the north of Harrogate.
On today's crew are paramedics Sam and James, with Dr. Dave.
We're going to a 65-year-old male who's come off a push bike and has a head injury. We've had an update to say he was unconscious for 3 to 4 minutes now.
The fact the cyclist was knocked unconscious is a red flag for the team. 2 riders a week die on Britain's roads, and the majority are killed by head injuries.
Just down here?
Yeah. They've called police. You've got quite a few vehicles there, haven't you?
Yeah, there's a group of people.
Yeah, that's
if you look at where the water is.
That's it.
Is it a motorbike or push bike?
Push bike.
The accident has happened on a remote country lane.
LS9, we've landed.
Happy to unplug, Jeff?
Yep.
The team want to start treating their patient urgently.
Hi mate, you alright? How's it going? Good, good.
But barbed wire demands caution.
Watch your crown jewels, sir.
It's clear floodwater has been a factor in the accident.
Slippy. Hi, what's your name?
Justin.
Justin, hi, pleased to meet you. How you doing?
I'm a bit better than I was a minute or two ago.
Sure.
Justin seems to be alert, but his response to Dave's second question rings alarm bells.
How old are you?
He has 2 deep lacerations to the back of his head. He was out with his brother and sister-in-law.
We're heading towards Fountains Abbey. We came around the corner there. There's a water flowing across the road out of this pond on the side. And my wife was in the lead, there's 3 of us. She went through without any problem. Justin then came to the water and his bike started skidding quite violently, and then it went off to the left, he fell off to the right.
He's hit the slippy stuff, fallen off, they think maybe 12 miles an hour, unconscious for about 5 minutes and snoring.
Yeah. Unconscious patients often snore. It's another worrying detail.
His eyes were rolling, but no response to either speech or me holding his hand or anything. But after about, I'm guessing maybe 4 minutes or something, keeping talking to him, trying to rouse him, he started to respond.
Any tingling or altered sensation or anything anywhere? You feel all...
No.
No. Sure? Yeah. Okay.
His helmet bears the scars of a major impact with the tarmac.
Touching him, shouting his name, but no, he was actually snoring. He was actually out for the count, and then he slowly came to. Yes, and then he tried to sit up. We realised he had 2 bad gashes on the back of his head. Yes, if he hadn't had that on, it would have been a much different story, I think.
Turn your head all the way. Any pains or restriction? No. Okay. Up to the sky. Is that painful? Is that causing you some discomfort when you're doing that?
Just a tiny bit.
And whereabouts is that discomfort? Just keep your head still if it's causing you pain. Is it in the middle of your neck, any of the pain when you do that?
James wants to rule out a spinal injury. They're going to transfer him to a rigid stretcher as a precaution.
How's that?
Yeah,
it's a bit comfier than that floor.
Justin's condition appears to be improving.
Now it's a bit darker, I'll do his pupils. I'm going to try out there, and I just thought it's pointless. Just look at my nose. Sorry, I know I'm ugly, but nothing I can do about that, mate.
James's tests don't reveal anything serious.
That's brilliant. Equal and reactive size 4.
He's now back GSS 15, fully orientated.
They're going to allow Justin to go by road to A&E in Harrogate.
Champion. Right, cheers, guys.
Thanks very much, guys. Nice to meet you. See you soon. Bye.
It means HeliMed 98 is freed up for a more serious case.
Doesn't have anything that triggers for an immediate sort of flight to a major trauma centre, so he's going to go down to Harrogate. They'll have a little look at his head, they may CT him because obviously he has had this period of loss of consciousness, but he's been absolutely fine with us throughout with the crew, so I'm taking him off now.
Justin's off for x-rays and a scan. Without a helmet, it could have been much worse. Winter is finally loosening its grip on Yorkshire, and it's time for a brew at the Air Ambulance base. Paramedic Andy's enjoying white no sugar as duty dispatcher.
Hi Peter, my name's Andy, one of the paramedics from the ambulance service. I've just seen there's been a 999 call put in for you today with regards, you've got some chest pain. So, what time did you start with the chest pain? About 15 minutes ago. And what were you doing at the time? You were driving, were you, to the golf club?
Andy is on the line to a patient in the Pennine village of Marsden.
And how does the pain feel in your chest now? It feels bad, does it? And is it right in the middle of your chest? Yeah. Yeah. So, have you got any pain anywhere else? So left arm. Okay.
Andy's heard enough. He doesn't want to frighten the patient, but it sounds like a heart attack.
I'm going to send you on this, guys.
Okay.
He's got this pain in the middle of his chest, radiating to his left shoulder.
HeliMed 99 is ready for takeoff.
Right now, bound in the 12 o'clock.
Lovely.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we're all close to the back.
Thanks, mate.
All good left, mate.
Paramedics Matty and Lee are racing to the man's rescue with Dr. Andy.
From what I've been told, the patient's developed some central, fairly severe chest pain this morning, possibly radiating down his arm. And while there are lots of things that can cause pain in the chest like that, one of the things would be a heart attack, so a myocardial infarction. That's where there's not enough blood getting to the actual muscle of the heart. And the problem with that is then if the heart muscle is starved of blood and oxygen, then it starts to die off effectively. And obviously that's a really serious problem.
So, just to clarify, I'm looking for a golf course.
Yep.
The course is high in the Pennines, close to the Lancashire border. Fitness fanatic Lee knows the area well.
I was only out here the other day, cycling.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
It's a good story. That looks fairly golf course-ish, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, here's the one I thought it would be.
Down here, Lee, yeah?
Yeah.
We could probably stick it on the cricket pitch.
Yeah, cricket pitch.
Yeah, okay, we'll go on the cricket pitch.
Okay.
Power's good.
All good,
Speed's good. We are coming to land. Okay, I'm just going to scooch over a little bit. Okay, guys, we're going to land on that. Yeah, tempting as it was to land on the 18th hole.
99, we've landed, seen over.
Time is of the essence. Speed saves lives in cardiac cases.
Thank you.
Local paramedics have started treating their patients.
Hey, hope you're alright.
It says the pain eases a bit.
69-year-old Peter Doolan plays golf 3 times a week.
I struggle finding a pulse on him.
Yeah.
We're your ex-fireman, by the way.
Brilliant.
Peter put the pain down to indigestion, but his life's in real danger.
Describe the pain again in your chest.
I thought it were heartburn, but it's like here now.
Right. Yeah, it's not leaking out, is it, on that?
The team are analysing his ECG readout. It's inconclusive, but it's vital they thin his blood.
Because we can't rule out that it's not your heart causing these pains. The best thing is we try and do is we'll probably give you an aspirin, and then we'll try and give you something for that pain and discomfort in your chest, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Dr. Andy reckons one of the arteries in Peter's heart is blocked.
So it's an inferior non-STEMI.
It's one of the hardest heart attacks to diagnose.
Let's just put this around your arm 2 minutes just so we get a vein up. Whatever happens, it's definitely a trip to hospital this morning, okay?
His golf mates are shocked.
He just said, do you mind if I have a drink of milk? Because I've got some sort of pain, and we just dismissed it as a heartburn, But more or less, straight away he's complaining, it's really grieving me, this, he won't complain for nothing, Peter. He's not one of those,
Dr. Andy's concerned.
It looks like this pain probably is coming from your heart. You're not right at the end of a big heart attack kind of thing, which is obviously good news, but there are some changes on the ECG that show there probably is a problem going on with your heart. There's not quite enough blood getting through. We're just making some phone calls to see which hospital's going to be the best one to get you into. If anything changes, just let us know when stuff happens, okay? In this case, we haven't got those changes. If anything, the ST segment has dropped down a little bit, and what's called the T waves, which is another piece of the trace, they've flipped over. So that's an indicator of ischemia. So the vessels are probably narrowed, so there's not quite enough blood going through, but they're probably not completely occluded.
Is your pain completely gone?
Still
that means
there,
when you got that means you still got a bit there, yeah.
I've got a bit there, but it's not.
Well, we'll give you a little bit this morphine, and obviously, ideally, I want to try and make you pain-free.
Peter needs hospital treatment, but he could do without the stress of a flight to hospital.
We've done quite a few ECGs because we thought that just wasn't showing up enough for us to be able to take him to the LGI, which is our primary heart attack centre. He's still got some chest pain though, so Lee's just giving him a little bit more morphine. So they're going to take him to Calderdale Hospital at Halifax. We do think he's having a heart attack, it's just not showing up fully on our ECG, but once he's had blood tests, I think it'll confirm our suspicions.
Peter left home looking forward to a round of golf. Now he's heading for a hospital bed.
See you later, Di. Take care, Di. See you later, Colin.
The results of the tests he's about to undergo could change his life. Doctors confirm that Peter has suffered a heart attack, and after being stabilised, he's sent home with new medication.
Well, I was in hospital for 3 days, and they didn't put stents in or any valves. I had a blocked artery, which they couldn't clear, so they've given me medication to thin my blood. Well, I'm on that much, I'm on 9 tablets a day. I'm looking forward to get back to golf, and hopefully I'll get my handicap back down to 6, as it were. I can't wait, I'm really looking forward to it.
You remember what's happened to you?
Really?
Just try and concentrate on your breathing.
Alexia, who came off her horse in North Yorkshire, broke her wrist and suffered spinal concussion. The loss of sensation that worried the team quickly disappeared, but her mum won't let her back in the saddle.
Hey, you're right. You're a 36-year-old female, fast test positive, previous stroke 4 years ago.
Surgeons had to operate on stroke victim Lynette to remove part of her skull and a large blood clot due to the swelling in her brain. She still suffers from severe paralysis, but her speech is improving.
So if we just swivel him, see if he can stand.
Just let go.
Mercedes driver Pete broke a rib and still has an unwanted souvenir from his crash, and his leg injuries took more than a year to heal.
Hi, what's your name? Justin, hi, pleased to meet you.
And cyclist Justin was kept in hospital overnight under observation for concussion, but he is now recovered and is back on his bike.